All right, this is from basically going off of what I did last night on my previous video here. Last two videos last night were really long, and I'm not going to try hard not to try to keep them under 10 minutes here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to show you, like last night left off with these 10 numbers, right? Now, what I did, well, you can go look at the other videos, okay? I'm just going to keep it at that for now. So I'm going to copy these right here. And sometimes I'll just continue doing stuff in these filters, but I really want to show also, oh, I'm sorry. I want to do this here. I'm going to do clean numbers. All right. We're going to do clean numbers. Now we're down to 6. And the reason why I'm going to take that risk, I mean, I'm shaving off 4 numbers here, see, because if you go to the clean for Minnesota, it's been out 5 draws. You got 3, 3, 5, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. Look at that. Okay. It's been out 6. But there's a good chance that a clean is going to hit today. So that really, and then you could say maybe this, but that one kind of can be up in the air for me. But if you think that's going to hit, man, that really narrows it down, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. Well, let's just say we do that. Let's go with it once, see what that gives us. 4 numbers. All right. Now, I am going to copy those and save those. But for now, I'm going to keep with my original ones because I want to show you here. I can bring it over to Lotto odds. This isn't really everything I want to show you right now. But what I'm trying to show you is I used to have all this stuff in my favorites, and I still do. But right here in the F&B, I got all kinds of different tools for tracking, keys tracking. So basically what I'm trying to do is show you how I do the front pair and back pair along with what I just showed in the other 2 previous videos, okay? So I don't just look at those filters I did. I look at other stuff too. But see, I'm trying to write things down in a notebook and have a order to my madness so I can run through things quickly. So if I want to look at Minnesota and I say, hey, look, key 7's yellow and it's due, I'm going to play Minnesota. And I'm going to run through my process, and I don't want it to take me no more than 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops per state. And right now it takes me way too long because I'm all over the board looking at everything. But right now I'm just trying to show you stuff. So this right here is interesting too. You'll see here, I know this is Wisconsin, but I play Wisconsin too in person. So you'll see one's been out 9 draws. Okay. That's a long time. So that's been out 18 draws before, but that seems to be the rare one. So this is a really good tracking tool too. Very useful. Definitely check this one out because you can do it by midday, you can do it by combined or just whatever evening. You can kind of get a load on what's going on. This is tracking keys 1, 4, and 7, but you can do all different. You can do 2, 5, and 8, 5 and 6, which is one that hits a lot. So you can see like how often 4, 7, 8, and 9 is on this column. 5 and 6 is on this column. So 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 3. There's kind of a pattern there. You see that pattern? Perhaps today there'll be a 5 or a 6, right? Seems to be the pattern. So that's a good one. That's for midday alone. So you might change it up a little bit. You do it combined here. See, that changes it up. So I feel it's good to look at both. And you can definitely, I feel like you can see something from both. And then you got the lowest winning digit. This is also very useful. I keep this one up on my favorites. Looking at that 0 through 3, kind of seeing what's going on. There's been a lot of action here. I would think that 4 is going to drop in here soon. At 4. I really don't even follow these ones down in the end here because they hit so randomly. And 5 is another one. But that 4 is one to watch. But the main ones are the 0 through 3 keys. Those are the ones I really watch. And you can see they've been hitting like crazy as always for every state. But let's go to the midday. See, midday, look at that. 3 has been out 13 draws. So if I'm looking for a lowest winning digit today, perhaps it's going to be the 3. Been out a long time, 13 draws. That's quite a while for for lowest winning digit. 34, that's pretty crazy. See, they get those anonymously ones or whatever you want to, just can't say a word. You know what I mean? Like, that's, I don't know. I feel like that's probably a good one, that 3 today. I'll have to look at it and see what all the keys are doing and stuff. But anyway, so what I want to show you, this is a good one here for looking up keys and stuff. And then I got another one I wanted to show you. This one here is pretty cool. This one will show you like A, B, and C. So it shows you here like the green equals 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, and 9, and then the red is 1, 3, 6, and 8. So it kind of gives you an idea of maybe you might be able to see something in that, you know. But kind of all over the map for me. Sometimes that does show me something. Sometimes, most of the time, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't. So those are some of the things I use for tracking the keys. But when it comes to the front pair and the back pair, because that's what I wanted to get to, the front pair and the back pair are interesting because now I put this over here. Now we already did box, right? We already did the slashing of that over here in the Pro Tools Crunch. And I could do some more, but I want to show you this one too, because this one here, it's in box form right now. And if you switch this over to box form, oops, now it's on straight. We're back in Minnesota here. I'm going to look at this and look at if there's anything I can remove. And you can see spike. That's a good one to remove, or all in. So I'd remove those for sure. Take that risk on the end. Didn't remove nothing anyway. Spike, that might not remove nothing either. Yeah, that didn't remove nothing either. You can look again and see what else is going on. Look on the end. I knew that one was going to hit on the end there for the 1, 2, 3 pattern. The 1, 2 sum pattern, you got not really seeing much. So if I'm not really seeing much, maybe the 2, 1 on the end there. The 2, 1 seems to hit in pairs and then goes away. So if you don't think that 2, 1 is going to hit on the end in the 64 pair sum, go over to 64 pair sum, and you're going to remove. I'm sorry. I'm going to go to the actual back pair of the 64 pair sum and remove the 2, 1. Oh, now it shaved off 3 more numbers. And remember, we actually put the clean numbers in and the H3, L3 numbers in, and it gives us 4 numbers. So then you can, I could just compare them and see what's left over, right? I'm really liking the 982 today. Liking that one. So, but that's one way to do it, right? But then, okay, let's just move along here. So let's say that, let's say you can't find anything else boxed. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more off camera here, offline, so I can try to really break it down. But I'm just trying to show you the gist of what I do from last night to now. So then I start getting into the pairs. So what I'll do is I'll switch these to straights. So now this is in straight form, and then I'll take this and I'll move this over. So this is also in straight. You got to hit this little arrow, and it will put this as what the straight was. And already the 6 on the front, it's a hit 2 times in a row. I'm willing to go without another 6 on the front. So that took me down to 54 numbers straight. Okay, and then like I said, 5 in the middle is due. So if I thought that 5 in the middle was going to hit, I'm not saying it's going to today, but maybe it will. It's yellow on the pick 3, 4. Oh, that took me 3 numbers. So, but, and then you can look at like these right here, like even, odd. Even, odd, even, odd, odd. So you can try to figure out a pattern in that, or the high-low department, seeing what's going on there. Like in the middle, odd, even, that's not really showing me much. Here we got 2 ends, 2 ends, 2 ends. Maybe that will switch, so there won't be 2 ends. So do you think there's not going to be 2 ends today? You can remove those 2 ends and on the front half. And now we're down to 2 numbers. So that's just one way of doing it. And a lot of times I use all of it at one time. And I'm kind of all over the board right now. But like what I did last night where I ended, and then I get into more like the keys and stuff. And I'll even get over to pick 3, 4, and I'll look at, like I said, I'll break down the position, like keys A, seeing what's due, keys B and C. And then also, this is useful too now on this new and improved one, because since now I'm trying to find that straight from what we filtered last night. So what I'm going to do is even odd, and then I'm going to do, I can do it by key if I want to see what's going on. Like odd is out 3 on the A position. You can do that for each position, or you can do it for a front pair. You can see what's going on. So odd even is out right now 5 draws. Odd is out 3. And so on. You can do that for each position. This really helps to determine what to play on the front or that back. And I'll do the same thing for curve line, but making sure it's not boxed now. Okay, and a lot of times I'm looking for a yellow, looking for one that's really been out. So let's go to the high and low. Low, high, and high, low. There's a good chance today will be a low, high, or a high, low on the front. Very good chance. I would tend to think the low, high, and here I'll show you why, because these are super useful, but also in my FMB, I changed it. I still have the original, like here, and look at this. I forgot to show you this, I think, last night. Look at the end tracking. This is tracking the end key, right? This is tracking the end key. Look what's missing in the end key. Remember, this is 0, 1, 2, and 3. This is 4, 5, 6. This is 7, 8, 9. So this has been out 7 draws. There hasn't been a 4, 5, or 6 on the end. And notice that there's been a 6 and a 4 used in the previous draws here. So on the end, there's a good chance that a 4, a 5, or a 6 is going to drop, because you're out 7, you're out 4, you're out 3, you're out 3, you're out 4. Now watch this. That's the longest it's been out since we can get to the tracking here. And that's, who knows, that could go into October, or even longer. So I doubt it. But so the end, 4, 5, or 6 is super due on the end. And you can do this for any state. So this is very useful. And I actually won quite a bit on Halloween doing this. So, and then you move over to this one, the AB history tracking. Also very useful, which I just put back in here today for my favorites because I forgot about it, to be honest with you. And it's like we were just talking, low, high, and high, low. Well, which ones do? But they're both due on the front. Well, this one's more due. This has been out 5 draws, okay? As opposed to the other one. This one seems to hit a lot more. So today for a low, high on the front is a good one. And so what do we have left over for a low, high? We have that 0, 5, and there's that 5 in the middle. Now, if I didn't think that 5 is going to drop in the middle, I obviously could just move this up, and if I'm not 100% sure on that, because these are straights, remember, if you're working a box for me. Anyway, so looking at this, you could determine like if there's anything else what else is doing that B position besides that 5, because that may linger for a while. You got a 0 here, you got an 8 and a 9. So let's say the 8 and the 9. Wait, no. I'm sorry. I was thinking that in the middle. Okay. On the end, let's change this up. On the end, we were thinking a 4, 5, or 6. Remember? Okay. So 4, 5, or 6 on the end. Very, very likely to hit soon. And that brings us back to where we were earlier. And that actually leaves us with one number. 0, 5, 6 today straight in Minnesota would be a good pick. I might put $2 on that one straight. That's a good one. I might run it straight box for $1 and then straight for $1. That could be a good one. I'm going to look at a few more things, but I think that's a pretty decent one. But at the same time, I was liking 289 earlier boxed and 982 straight. So I'm going to look a little bit deeper off when I get offline here or later this evening. But that's pretty good. And then looking at the FMB again, I'm going to show you so you can look at the odd and even pattern. So right now, odd and even is the most due, and then odd and odd follows behind it. That doesn't really, so that would have to be, I'm sorry, what was that? Okay, AB, yeah, odd even, okay. So odd even would not work for us on this, but odd would, and that, nope, that's not odd. Okay, so, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you think, they're not all going to hit together. You know what I mean? Not all these are going to hit together. You can't roll all these dice and expect, okay, it's going to be this, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. You got to pick what looks more likely and what's due. You know what I mean? So that's important too. So looking on that end, I think if anything, it'd be a 4 or a 6 on the end. Okay, and then you can go in here and you can get rid of the 5. Now we're down to that. And if we stuck with that, like I said, you stick with that one number, we got 056. Is that a good pick? I think it's a pretty solid one, but could be wrong, right? Because a lot of things still have to go right. Remember, a 1 has to turn to a 2 today, and so on. I had a lot of stuff going on there. And then look at the back pair. Looking at the back pair, you can see what's due. High, low is due. Low, high is due. Remember, this is straight now, okay? Same with the one we just did. So those are due on the front and back too. So that's something to look at. So which ones do more? Look pretty comparable to me. So it's kind of up in the air, but I think it's going to be one of these. I wouldn't pick a high, high or a low, low today on the back. So you can win $50 on $1 in Minnesota. And if you can, get a good, pick for or a good idea of as to what it's going to be for the high and low position or the even and odd, you can really narrow down that number. And then on the back end, you're looking like an even odd is due. Okay. So that would kind of, once again, not be the 5 that I'm thinking, but not all these are going to fall into place, right? So you have to kind of decide. Maybe that's why you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket and have some other options, and not just sit there and do what I just did. Maybe you want to keep other options open. Like another option was the 8. That was another option that was coming open here. I think the 0 was also due too. So little things, $5 to play those, That's how I do it. And I look over at, like I said, Lottery Post and on the Pick 3-4 and trying to narrow down the A, B, and with my 90-day thing I did on the other video. And then I also come back into here and start breaking stuff down. And then here's another one for, now you can do front pair and back pair. There's so many filters, right? That's why you got to have it organized so you can kind of run through it. I'm writing stuff down so I can be organized. So, but look at the front pair here. Check this out. In and out boxed is due. And now you're saying, okay, we're looking at straights now. So how does that work? Well, now you can just go down in here and check out the in and out. Right now, the best, it could come either way. So, but I wouldn't play all out and all in. I wouldn't do that on the front, right? So if you think that's the case, then you can come in here. I would not do all out or all in. See if that screws us. Nope, see, that still works pretty well. Kept us in the game. And there's that one that's still lingering. So that's where you can do it. And then also another thing here in the back pair, I noticed the alt sum 8 is due. It's yellow and it's going to hit any day now. And what is that? What is the alt sum 8? You can go down to reduced numbers. That would be a 0-8 or a 1-9 in boxed form. Or you can do it into straight form to see what's going on. And there you go. One of these is going to drop on the back end of Minnesota any day now. And which one do I think it'd be if it was any today? I would pick the 8-0 because that 8 is also due in the middle. Throw a 0 on the end. Then again, what's the 0-8? What was the 0-8? See, 8 is due and so is 0 in the middle, so it could be either one of those. And then look at C. That one's just kind of out there for me. So, but that's another way you can do it. And then you can change this up and check. You can check the sums for the front and back pair. You can check the even odd patterns. You can check what keys are due on the back end that are most likely to hit on the back. I always keep it in graph typically, and then I switch it up. So 0 is the most due when it comes to B and C position right now. So good chance of that today. So I think it's a good idea to have a notepad out still and still kind of write things down and have an order to have so you're not just all over the map because you can see how fast you can just be like, what did I just do? And it's good to have an order because I'm already confused myself what I did because I got numbers here. I'm doing clean. I'm doing dirt. That's why I'm going to write stuff down, have a better list of what I'm doing. I recommend that. And having filters open in your windows is perfect. So you know what you're looking for and stuff. Okay. So that's all I'm going to talk about now is how I find that front and back pair and positional wise. And then later I'll talk about more about the V tracks and A tracks and how I've been tracking those. And I also have another idea I'm going to be doing soon. I want to take these that I'm using, my charts over here. I'm going to take my charts and I'm going to translate them, convert them to straights, and I'm going to put them into appropriate columns and stuff so that we have straights to follow too. Once you do your conversion, you can transfer it over to straight, and then you can follow that, and hopefully, when you look over here on the what am I talking about? When you look over here on I like the frequency chart for that. When we look over here at the frequency chart, oh my gosh, then we'll be able to look and see, the straights too. You'll be able to see which ones are due if I can get that done. But I haven't even started that yet. So, but anyway, so that's it for now, and I'll do VTRAX later. All right, have a good day.